We are seeing the NASDAQ seeing the steepest losses so far in this session, down about 1.5%. Also, Bitcoin seeing some big declines off of its record high. Let's bring in Jared Blikre for the very latest. And on the Bitcoin price action there, Jared, how much of this is the Elon effect?
I think you could say there is definitely some influence there. Janet Yellen also making some comments about Bitcoin being used in illicit finance. Let's plot it. So let's go to the heat map here first and check in. We got Bitcoin well off of its lows, had been down about 12%, dipped below 50,000. And you can see right now it's back well above 50,000. But this is a 20% move right here. This is considered a bear market in some circles. So we do want to keep monitoring the situation. But let's take a look at some of these tweets. Now, this is going to go back 5 days. So this covers the weekend. And Elon Musk had an interesting exchange with Peter Schiff, and it resulted in this Friday night, early Saturday morning. Peter Schiff, that said, Bitcoin and Ether do seem high, laugh out loud. And then here is Janet Yellen making some comments about Bitcoin. Bitcoin often is used for illicit finance, is inefficient. She's going to be studying digital assets. And you can see right here on the chart, that may have been what sparked the tremendous sell-off here. This is not the most liquid market. And so these price extremes can be, well, what's another word to put? Extreme. We'll leave it at that. Now, here are the mega caps inside the NASDAQ 100. We can see Apple's off more than 2%, Microsoft more than 3%, Tesla more than 4%, now trading below 750. It did break support last week at 800. Didn't take long to get down to 750. 725 is the next big level here for Tesla. Now, looking at the sector action for today, we have energy climbing 4%, and that's as crude oil pops back, overcoming its 2-day slump from last week, followed by financials, industrials, materials, communication services, and real estate. Those are all in the green. And you want to see some more green? Let's check out the travel stocks. This is after Royal Caribbean announced its earnings earlier this morning. You can see Royal's up more than 11%. That's a really nice gain for a rather volatile stock. Also checking on some of the airlines, American is up 10%. Even United, with its exposure to the 777 Pratt & Whitney engine, that is up 5%, guys.
Yeah, Jared, it's good of you to point that out. I mean, we were talking earlier about that issue and what it means. United, the only U.S. airline with that 777 model configuration with that engine. But you highlighted the cruise stocks there. And of course, a lot of that might be tied to Royal Caribbean's earnings. But we've also seen, even before they reported last week on Friday, to wrap it up, you got a 16% increase in Carnival over just the last 2 trading sessions. We're not even done with Monday. But how much of that is really just a bet that we are going to see this return to normal? Because it seems to also be paired with the airline moves today. And we heard from Carnival CEO talking Arnold Donald talking about kind of that return to normal and when the full fleet's going to come into effect. So how much of that maybe plays into this risk on mentality?
I think that's most of it right there, Zach. And you're hitting the nail on the head. Just take a look at it. Now, I put this over a 2-day period because you did mention we were up on Friday as well. And indeed, Royal Caribbean here up 16.8% over the last 2 days, 30% over the last 5. You know, there's a lot of enthusiasm and expectations about this Johnson & Johnson vaccine that should be coming to market very soon. It's all the reflation story, and the numbers are dropping. The bad numbers are dropping. UK is coming out of lockdown. Looks like international flights are going to become a thing here, not quite the same way they were before, but this is a huge reflation reopening trade in the midst here. And I think we're just not at the beginning, but it's getting seasoned here. Certainly not at the end.
All right, Jared Blikre bringing us the latest moves. Appreciate that.